Fox News alert. We heard about this yesterday, and it's still resonating today. Obviously, 8 people are injured after a man yelling, "Free Palestine," attacked a rally for Israeli hostages with a makeshift flamethrower. The suspect, an Egyptian national who was in this country illegally after overstaying his visa, has been charged with at least 8 felony charges, including first-degree murder, although police have not yet confirmed that anyone was killed. House Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan joins us now. I know about the condemnation. This is the second horrific attack in 3 weeks.
Yep.
And don't forget Governor Shapiro. They blew up his house.
Yeah.
And they almost killed his family because he's Jewish.
Yeah.
What can you do besides condemn it?
Well, I think that, we may need the Foreign Affairs Committee to investigate, who's financing this? Where's the money coming? If there's any type of link to that, some of these organizations on campus. But so much of this is what's tolerated and what's taught on campuses from the left. And this crazy mindset that's out there. This almost like there's some moral equivalence between. You see this with some of the folks on the left with Hamas and Israel. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, we know who the bad guys are. It's Hamas, and we know Israel is our dearest and closest friend, our dearest and closest ally. And then this whole anti-Semitism stuff just has to be condemned. But if there's any money going to some of these organizations from outside, we need to figure that out too. That may be something we can dig into in Congress.
We did a great job unwinding the al-Qaeda financing. We know how to do it. We got to focus on it again. All right, I want to talk about this, that Joe Biden's mental health when he was president. Believe it or not, some on the left are digging in that he was fine. Watch.
Would the Democratic Party have been stronger had President Biden dropped out of the race sooner or not run at all?
Kristen, here's what we absolutely know about last year's election. It's over. And I'm going to spend all of my energy focused on the task in front of us.
I had never seen him and walked away thinking he can't do this anymore. He was always on top of his brief.
You never saw any cognitive decline?
So I didn't know anything about any of this.
Is he lying?
Well, I don't think it's accurate what he's saying. I mean, I read Tapper's book last week, and they admitted what we all saw all the time. I always say the left has a template. The left will tell a lie. Joe Biden's just fine. The mainstream media will report the lie. Big tech will amplify the lie. And then when you tell the truth, they call you names. They call you racist or whatever else. Or they'll say, oh, you're attacking him because he had a stutter. No, there wasn't anything about that. We all saw that Joe Biden wasn't up to the job. Now the press is finally admitting it. I think that's the big takeaway for me is you guys knew all along. And there were a core group, and this comes out in the book, there were a core group around the president, Klain, Zients, Donilon, Ricchetti, these key guys around the president, who, according to the book, were making all the decisions. They were running they were running the protection from Joe Biden, making sure no one really got to see him any worse than what we did. So, the idea that he's fine is just everyone knows that we all got common sense.
So Comer's coming out and he's saying I'm on oversight, so I want to start bringing these people behind closed doors. Why bring them behind closed doors? Why not just subpoena them and put them in front of everybody to answer these questions?
Yeah, there's typically a rhythm to how this stuff operates in Congress. And I mean, I think last Congress I did more subpoenas than the rest of Congress combined. But typically you do a letter first. You ask them to come in for a transcribed interview, and then there'll be a follow-up letter, and then you can go with a subpoena. So I'm sure Chairman Comer is going to follow that same kind of sequence.
So what's the goal, though? The goal is to expose, or is the goal to undo some of the things the auto pen signed? And how do you find out if Joe Biden actually knew about this?
I think the goal is first to get all the facts, and that's how that's how we approach all these investigations. That's how we approach our oversight work, which is part of our constitutional duty as members of Congress. So I think the goal is to get the facts, and then we'll see where the facts lead us. But we do know that there seemed to me covering up for Joe Biden, and this, the Tapper book I think makes that clear.
Would it surprise you that this East Palestine situation, that they're a cancer-causing agent when that train derailed? Yeah. And now they knew about it then, and we're finding out about it now because they're not in power?
Well, again, this could be some oversight that we need to focus on as well. This from our great state. And I still remember when Vice President Vance, then Senator Vance, was there, and you saw. I still remember when he took the stick through the creek, and you saw just how bad it was. So yeah, this may be another thing we need to look at.
Right. Big, beautiful bill. It goes to the Senate side now. They're already saying Ron Johnson, Josh Hawley, looking to take it apart. Rand Paul basically says, I don't want any part of it. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I think it'll pass, and I think it's good. I mean, look, can we achieve some more savings? I'm all for that. I think the president's for that. I think all Republicans are, but you got to balance it. You got to get it through. But here's what I know. I said this on the House floor. You know it's a good bill because the left hates it. And the left hates it because it has core common sense Republican principles in it. It cuts taxes. It secures the border. It says if you're an able-bodied adult and you're getting welfare, you're going to have to work. And it says to moms and dads, we got school choice in here. So we know you are the best one to pick where your son or daughter is going to get the best education. 4 key Republican common sense conservative principles. That's why the left doesn't like it. That's why it's good legislation.
It's 1,000 pages. I think you guys have to do a job explaining what's in it.
Yep.
Because I think there's a lot of questions because you passed it and then went on vacation.
Best way to explain it is talk about those 4 things. Letting people keep more of their money, securing the border, making sure able-bodied people work who are getting your tax money, your viewers' tax money, and saying to moms and dads, we're for school choice.
All right, Chairman Jordan, great to see you. Always great to see you in person. Have a great day in New York City and stay safe. Although I know you will.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.